Good evening and welcome to Denver, Colorado and the American Legion Region A tournament at the Regency Athletic Complex on the campus of Metropolitan State University. Mike Ray along with Warren Ray and Wally Weld bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Of course, right now they are reciting the Code of Conduct, which is the pillar, if you will, for American Legion and good sportsmanship. The tournament started with 8 teams, 2 from Colorado, Arizona, California, New Mexico, Utah, Texas, and Nevada, but the casualties have started to mount up, starting with today with Utah, New Mexico, Rocky Mountain, and Greeley being eliminated. Last year, it was Henderson, Nevada, who won both the Region 8 tournament here in Denver, and then went on to win the World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. As you know, there are 8 regions across the nation with, of course, 8 teams that will be attending, going as winners to Shelby for the World Series. So that's the coveted prize, to not only win their respective regionals, but then, of course, go on to Shelby, which is covered by ESPN Sports, and what a great event that is. Tonight we feature Las Vegas Aces, who put up 10 hits and 8 runs last night and only 1 error and did not allow any runs to cross the plate against Greeley Gojos. Pitching-wise, a masterful performance by Josh Sharman. And the Aces have to feel good about their chances in their tournament this year. It was Las Vegas who defeated Henderson in the final of their State A tournament in Nevada to advance to the regional this year. We are told that they have not really hit their stride yet as far as offensive power, and of course they put up 19 home runs in the regular season, so potentially between these two teams in League City and Las Vegas, we could see an early, or shall we say a late, 4th of July skyrockets or fireworks show, as balls could potentially fly out of the stadium here tonight. League City Texans come in today after an impressive victory over Rocky Mountain yesterday with a complete game performance. Texas started out early, scoring runs in the first inning with effective pitching and fielding and making big plays with the bat and in the field, and prevented the Lobos from getting into those big rally modes, which we are accustomed to see here in Colorado. Best words to describe League City is spirited and competitive, and they look for the Texans to extend innings offensively and show baseball IQ in the field as well as Las Vegas. Both teams are known for a powerful offense that usually kicks in after they've gone through one rotation of hitting, and you can expect to see not only long balls potentially flying out of the park, but spraying the gaps. Pitching will be the key to victory for both teams tonight, who will need to mix up locations and keep the ball down, and both teams can be streaky and take advantage of errors that can turn into great scoring opportunities. So we're about ready to get underway, and the starting batting lineup here for Las Vegas, they are technically the visiting team. It is going to be Jason Sharman. He's the center fielder, number 12, starting it off. Parker Schmidt, the catcher, batting second, number 4. And it's Adrian Williams, the third baseman, number 32, batting third. So for League City, on the mound, a much-needed performance as far as offenses, and very important pitching-wise. We'll get you the name of that pitcher momentarily. First pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner, and it is 0-1. Missing outside, count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful evening here in Denver. Regency Athletic Complex, Region 8 Tournament Baseball. Heading down the home stretch. Missing outside, actually catching the corner. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's why I'm not in the blue, thank goodness for the batters. Mike Ray, Wally Weld, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Curveball, going to be a high chopper. Second baseman comes up firing, and they get him by a step. There's 1 down. You can see the level of speed hereby. The ace is very quick out of the box. Of course, when the leadoff hitter going from the left side, of course, really presents a problem, but there's 1 out on a good fielding play by the second baseman. First pitch taken for a strike. Parker Schmidt, the catcher, does a great job behind the plate. Of course, we saw him with a gun throwing some people out previously. We want to say hello to all the fans in Las Vegas. Schmidt wearing one on the number 4 in his back, so he goes to first base. Adrian Williams, the third baseman, stepping to the plate here for Vegas. Infield going to play up, looking for double play, of course. We saw some great double plays by Greeley Gojos in the last game. 3 double plays that prevented runs, but Gojo still went on to lose that game 3-1. First pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Good to have you along from Denver. 0-1 pitch at the knees inside. Count goes to 0-2. So windshield wiper going back and forth with the fastball. First outside, then inside. And quickly it's 0-2 here for League City. It's all about rhythm. We presented that in the last cast that we did. And you could see clearly Gojos did not get into the rhythm that they look for. Next pitch outside, count goes to 1-2. So Arizona, of course, had a masterful pitching performance by a 14-year-old. You heard it correctly. Looked a lot like Fernando Valenzuela. Hit down the right field, going with the pitch. It's a base hit. Runner will advance to third. Throw in time at second, cutting off the runner from advancing, but you have men at the corners with 1 out. So Las Vegas, as we are told, is a team that has power. Jason Miklick stepping to the plate. He's the designated hitter, followed by Aaron Roberts, the first baseman. Infield looking double play. Of course, going to try to hold a runner at third. Inside for a ball to Miklick, and it's 1-0. So efficiency in the field will be huge. Both of these teams are very good as far as baseball IQ. Next pitch, fastball, evens it up at 1-1. But as we saw in the last game, and really in the earlier game with Rocky Mountain, one error generally produced runs by the opposition. In other words, the opposition taking advantage and then backing it up with some base hits and producing runs. So very important, the efficiency on getting the outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Missing outside, count goes to 2-1. Steady diet so far of fastballs. As we saw in the last game by Arizona, a lot of off-speed pitches. Fastball hit right up the middle, base hit. 1 run is in for the Aces. So greeted rudely is League City, and you can see the excitement, understandably, by Las Vegas. With 1 out, runners at first and second, and there's 1 run in. Aaron Roberts stepping to the plate. First baseman, has a lot of power. Missing outside, knocked down nicely. Leo Lopez catching tonight. Of course, it was Josh Blankenship who caught yesterday and did a great job behind the plate. Very good arm. In fact, if you think about it, Blankenship took one literally to the eye by some of the material that's in the turf that's here. So I had to shake that off and made a beautiful throw to get the runner and trying to advance last night and preventing more runs. So Blankenship today playing third base here for League City. 1-0 pitch, waved at for strike, and it's now 1-1. One out, runners on first and second. 1 run is in. Las Vegas threatening here, top half of the first inning. Slider at the knees on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-2. Obvious force play at third. Missing outside. Count evens at 2-2. League City, a very scrappy team. That's the word that comes in, spirited. This is a team that can come back. You can see snapping the curveball missing. Count goes full at 3-2. But coming to Colorado, especially in Denver where it's mile high, most likely has presented some challenges if you're not used to the altitude trying to, oh, there's the pickoff. Got the runner going. They're going to get him at third. And a very important out for League City. If they can keep the damage to 1 run, obviously a very good hitting team as well can even this up in the bottom half of the first inning. So there's 2 outs. Good pickoff move. Baseball IQ getting an A here so far here by League City. High chopper to the third baseman, going to barehand it. Gets past the first baseman. The runner advances to third and second. So a tough play for Blankenship, who normally is the catcher. Barehanding it, just not able to make that throw. And, of course, the first baseman not able to field it. Izzy Gutierrez, the left fielder. Opportunity here, base hit could score not only 1, but maybe 2 more runs. 1-0 Las Vegas. Fastball hitting the outside corner. 0-1. So really League City doing a good job of pitching. I mean, really trying to mix it up going inside and outside. But Vegas with 1 hit and taking advantage of some errors. So Gutierrez calling timeout. Little head game going on here early in the ball game. Going to be hit to the second baseman. Should be the final out of the inning. It is. But opening up, it's Las Vegas with 1 hit and 1 run. And after a half an inning, 1-0 Aces. Bottom half of the first inning, Jonathan McKay to lead it off here for League City, followed by Joe Villarreal and Garrett Poston. Good to have you along from Denver, Region 8 Tournament Baseball. 1-0 Las Vegas, and they're in the field. First pitch waved at for strike, and it's 0-1. In the field here for Las Vegas, it's Jason Sharman playing center field. Parker Schmidt behind the plate catching. Adrian Williams at third base. Aaron Roberts at first base. Izzy Gutierrez in the left field. Zach Karnowski, the shortstop. Colby Smith, he's at second base. Jordan DeMarcy in right field. And, of course, pitching is Jimmy Cumbia. So the Aces coming out, doing a good job of putting pressure here on League City. We will expect pretty much the same. League City is a very scrappy team as well. They move runners very well once they get them on. Do a lot more fundamental baseball. Next pitch goes to a count of 2-2 McKay is very speedy, of course, batting from the left side. Fouled away. Count still remains full at 3-2. What we've seen as far as in the latter part of this tournament is the baseball IQ and execution making the difference to winning those close games. Hit sharply to center field. Going to be a base hit for McKay. Open it up here for League City. Joe Villario, another good contact hitter for League City. Coached by Ronnie Oliver, assistant coach Willie Kemp. Of course, we saw League City last year. Went into the semis, good ball club, of course, very scrappy. Again, we want to say hello to the folks in League City, Texas. Thanks for watching. Cambia set at the belt. 0-1 pitch on the way. Slider at the knees for strike 2. You know, I start sounding like a broken record sometime. Wally Weld will tell you that. Of course, he's at the controls, so I have to be nice to him. Next pitch is going to be outside. There's the throw to second. Is it in time? And they get him. Nice throw. And preventing any extension of the inning, literally. So McKay is caught stealing, and there's one out. 1-2 pitch outside. Count goes to 2-2. But how important, as I was starting to emphasize, is location. There's the slider. Got him swinging for out number 2. But hitting those spots and, of course, teasing the batters, as we just saw there, can be a perfect example of the slider moving outside of the strike zone and, of course, getting the strikeout. 2 down. Waved at, took a little bit off in that. It's now 0-1. Very similar start here for the Aces as we saw with Arizona in the last game. That's hit sharply. It should be a base hit. So nothing wrong with the bats here from League City. And, of course, it's a 2-out single. Josh Blankenship, very good catcher, of course, a very good hitter. One that you have to be careful, of course, he's in the 4 spot. Cambia set at the belt. Missing a little bit high and outside. Count goes to 1-0. Where pitchers got in trouble earlier in the tournament was getting too careful. We saw getting behind batters, and of course when they had to come in, that's when the fireworks began. 1-0 pitch, fouled away. Count evens at 1-1. One of the comments that we heard from our interview last night with Sharman was the setting here and getting to pitch here in Denver. Really enjoyed pitching here. Hit to right field. It's going to be a tough play. Racing in and make it a fine catch on the run is Las Vegas. So after one complete, 1-0 Las Vegas. Zachary Chernowski, the shortstop, going to be the leadoff hitter, followed by Colby Smith, and then it's Jordan DeMarcy. So Jimmy Gamboa doing a masterful job, only 17 pitches in the first inning. Garrick Haslam delivering a strike, and it's now 0-1. Curveball going to be hit up the middle. This will be a tough play, base hit. So going right with the pitch, literally, is the Las Vegas Aces taking advantage here, putting pressure on here in the second inning. Good to have you along from Denver. Region A Tournament Baseball. One of the highlights that we get to call each year when we get to do tournament play. American Legion Baseball. How often have we talked about how many careers have been started since 1925 because of American Legion? Also, all of the great work that these Legionnaires, these veterans do outside of the ballpark and outside of baseball you never hear about. 1 ball and no strikes, runner on first, leadoff single. Fastball taken for a strike, evens up at 1-1. Mike Ray, Wally Weld, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Infield looking, double play, very efficient at doing that. You give Garrick Haslam an inning or so, he's going to settle in, and he'll start finding holes and start hitting spots. This is a very good pitcher here for League City. 1-1 pitch, hit down the right field line, foul. Count goes to 1-2. So with a team like Las Vegas, like any team, you have to not only keep it at the knees and lower, but it's mixing up the speeds and the way and the trajectory of the ball if you want to be effective against a good team like Las Vegas. 1-2 pitch on the way, fastball hit to right field, base hit. Got that one up, you could see outside, just going with it. Runner advances to third, cut off, so we have runners at the corner. When you have big, strong hitters like you do with Las Vegas, even though the pitch was more on the outside corner, they just reach out and go with it and tap it to right field going opposite field. Some of the things that you can get away with in regular league play you can't do in tournament play. And very quickly, Ronnie Oliver out to talk to his pitcher. So as we mentioned, a number of casualties that have been recorded in regards to the teams are concerned. And of course, several teams going down. We mentioned them at the beginning of the cast. The 2 Colorado teams are now out. Utah and New Mexico will get a lineup of some of the teams that will be playing tomorrow. There will be 2 games. One at 3 o'clock. We are going to webcast that. And of course, they'll do the 7 o'clock game. And then the championship game will be this coming Sunday at noon. And if necessary, if there is a tie, there will be a game at 3:30 here from Denver. So a little strategy talking going out here on the mound. Of course, Haslam is a very good pitcher, just probably giving us some instruction on keeping the ball down. First pitch fouled away. 0-1. Last night was really a lot of fun. We had a lot of little leaguers here from Windsor. And they had a ball. I mean, they were literally great ball shaggers. And they were thrilled to literally go get signatures from some of the players that were playing in this tournament. Interesting to hear some of their comments on some of the things that they learned by watching these players in the tournament. Very smart ball players early in their careers. 1-1 pitch outside. Count goes to 2-1. So far in the ball game, 3 hits and 1 run for Las Vegas. Of course, they're threatening. And 2 hits for League City, but no runs, but more importantly, an error. At the knees, pulling back, taking a strike. And it's now 2-2. So Blankenship playing up, probably will hold the runner if it's hit to him or bunted to him. But he's got 2 strikes. Good job keeping the ball in front of him for League City in Dupla. Actually, check that, it's Lamar at first base. 0-2 pitch, there's the bunt. Catcher's going to go to first. They hold the runner at third. Good play, runners advance. There's 1 down. So potentially a base hit could score 2 runs. You do have plenty of speed on the base pads. You'll need those arms in the outfield to make the difference. And at this time of the day, the sun really becomes a little bit of a chore, especially if you're in left field or center field, to get a beat on any fly balls. We saw having a little trouble in the last game in right field. 1 down, runners at second and third. Missing, count goes to 1-0. Haslam set, delivers a fastball, thought he had it. If you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss against Las Vegas, outside and at the knees. Goes inside this time, about the same height, but gets the strike, and it's now 2-1. So you can see Haslam doing that windshield wiper, trying to go inside and outside. Comes right back in the same location, catches him looking for strike 2. Evens it up at 2s. Plays at home. It's going to be a slow roller. Haslam going to hold him, gets the throw to first. Gets the second out. Well played by Garrick. And if League C can get out of this without allowing any runs, that is huge. Parker Schmidt, the catcher, stepping to the plate, second time up. First pitch going to be a little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. Schmidt also has power, and for a catcher has some speed. Makes it a difficult out. On deck is Williams. Missing outside. Count goes to 2-0. We'll see what kind of aggressive base running that both teams try to pull off tonight. Outside for ball 3. And really, if you walk him, all that does is give you an opportunity for a force at second or first. You've got an easier play, actually. So if he walks him, really not that important. Going to be missing low in the turf. And it's ball 4. So Darian Williams, the third baseman, a base hit could be massive, a double even more. Curveball missing. Count goes to 1-0. So a little bit of drought here by Garrick Haslam. 4 straight balls. 1-0 pitch inside. Count goes to 2-0. The last thing that you want to do is walk in a run, and we saw that with Gojo's just a couple of nights ago. The way they scored their 2 runs to win the ball game was literally being walked in for each run. Hitting the outside corner, now count goes to 2-1. Miklich on deck. Fouled away, count goes to 2-2. So really for Haslam, the key for him is really getting the junk down and really getting that curveball to be more effective, or that hard slider. He has done a good job going inside and outside with the fastball so far. 2-2 pitch, there's the slider, fouled away. Interesting, the motion there by Haslam, and we're starting to see that a lot more with pitchers in general. A slight hesitation, almost Kershaw-like, before bringing in the delivery. There's the curveball. Hit to the shortstop, tries to backhand it, not able to come up with it. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Gets past the third baseman, but the runner is held and the runner advances to second. But more importantly, 2 runs are in here for Las Vegas. So a shot hit to the hole basically, and Las Vegas actually checked out League City, not able to come up with it. You could see it bobbled. And there's an error, and now very quickly it's 3-0, Las Vegas. Haslam delivers a strike on the outside corner. And it's on 1 to Miklich. So Chasen Miklich, the designated hitter, takes 1 in the turf. Count goes to 1-2. Slider hitting the outside corner. Working very quickly, trying to get out of this, fouled away. Good at bat here by Miklich. Trying to extend it, wait for his pitch. We saw Gojos do that a lot through the regular season. 1-2 pitch, going to be hit sharply to the shortstop, will come up firing, and he gets the out. But a lot of damage done. 2 runs are in on 3 hits. It's 3-0, Las Vegas. Bottom half of the second inning. Region A tournament baseball here from Denver. It's a 3-0 ball game. Las Vegas, first pitch hit down the right field line. We'll see if it's fair or trouble. And it is a foul ball and out of play, so it's a loud strike. So for League City, starting it off, it's Drew Shaver, followed by Cordell Dupla, and then it's Alec Lamar. Really, the story of this ball game is 2 things. There's 2 stories here. 55 pitches so far by Garrick Haslam, only in 2 innings, versus 17 pitches by Jimmy Camboa. That's one story. The other big story is the 3 errors that are looming on the board here for League City. So far, 4 hits in the ball game here for Las Vegas, and 2 for League City. Of course, nothing wrong with the bats. They got their bat on the ball in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. We're here in the bottom half of the second inning. Good to have you along. Curveball missing. Good place to miss, basically, if you're going to miss against a good hitting squad. 2-1. Fastball hit too sharply to the first baseman, going to take it himself. And there's 1 out. So as we mentioned in the cast before, a lot different playing on turf. You can see the speed of the ball got very quickly to the first baseman, whereas on natural grass, of course, a little bit slower. Think of it behind the plate when you have to block a pitch. Curve ball, got him waving at it, and it's now 0-1. You can see really starting to settle in with the junk is Camboa. Going 3/4, trying to do the same thing, missing this time, and it's even up at 1-1. Mike Ray, Wally Weld, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along from Denver Region 8 Tournament Baseball. Came in with a hard fastball, disguised as a slider, and it's 0-2. Working quickly, missing outside, and it's now 1-2. But you think about some of the talent that we have seen here in these regional tournaments, let alone state tournaments. Swung on a miss for strike 3, very quickly 2 outs. So a little bit of heat here displayed by Jimmy Camboa. Low pitch count, and he's got 2 outs on League City. Alec Lamar going to take his hacks here for the Texans. Do not count this team out, League City. This is a very scrappy team. First pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. It was so much fun giving away some of these voodoo donuts both to Las Vegas, and we want to give our chances to League City as well. Give them a delectable delight, literally, from Voodoo Donuts here just about 5 minutes away. Again, special thanks to the good folks over there giving us 2 buckets. You heard it correctly. We're guessing about 100 donuts is really what they gave us. 2 strikes here on League City. Lamar waiting. A little bit high. Count goes to 1-2. Leo Lopez, the catcher, on deck. Camboa delivers. Fastball hit down the right field line. Going to be foul. Count still remains at 1-2. But American Legion Baseball, we've talked a lot about it, almost worn it out, but it's also true, and it's a good story to tell as far as what they do trying to help young players with citizenship. Waved at for a strike, and that's it for the inning. But we'll talk more about what American Legion does, but so far it is Las Vegas doing a terrific job of pitching and hitting. 3-0, they lead. We'll be right back. It's going to be Aaron Roberts to lead it off here for Las Vegas. Top of the third, good to have you along here from Denver, American Legion Baseball, Region Baseball. Of course, this is the feeder to the World Series. Roberts fouls it away. Count goes to 0-1. So Garrett Haslam probably not used to being roughed up quite as much, but those 3 errors did not help his effort. 0-1 pitch, going to be a little bit high. Count goes to 1-1. So Las Vegas putting the heat on, basically. They came from a lot of heat. And of course, getting in a lot of games, as do a lot of these teams that come into tournament play. 2-1 pitch, fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. So Haslam, like we saw with Camboa, working quickly. Two-two pitch popped up. That should be out of play. It's going to be in the stands, literally. Count still remains at 2-2. Mark Ray, Wally Weld, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along from Denver, Regency Athletic Complex at the Metropolitan State University. Beautiful, beautiful place to watch a ball game. The skyline, of course, a lot of fun to look at. You look just off to our left, of course, is Bronco Stadium. Next pitch hit up the middle. Opening it up again is Las Vegas. 3 innings in a row, opening it up with a base hit. 5 hits on the evening for the Aces. So Izzy Gutierrez going to step up and take his turn. League City playing up. You can see both the shortstop and the second baseman looking to get a double play here. Want to get out of this with no damage in this inning and then go do damage when it's their turn. One attempt fouled away. One of the things you don't see very much really in baseball is the utilization of the bunt. But this year I've seen a lot of that, especially in American Legion baseball. And a tip of the cap really to the Rocky Mountain Lobos. That's one of their main weapons. In the turf, knocked down nicely. Count goes to 1-1 strike. Runner at first, leadoff single here for Las Vegas. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 1-2. So good battle here between Haslam and Gutierrez. There's the curveball hit to the second baseman, Taylor Made. Let's see if they can turn it. There's one. In time for 2 and a very much needed double play for League City. How important is this for League City to start making double plays and slowing down the attack here of Las Vegas to get into a rhythm of their own? Obviously, good defense can energize good offense. First pitch waved at. Looked like he took a little bit off on it. It's now 0-1. So you can see a little bit different attitude here by Haslam starting to settle in. At the knees on the outside corner and quickly 0-2, 2 outs. There's the curveball trying to tease him with it, missing. Count goes to 1-2. But American Legion, wow, you think about all the things that they do for the community. That's hit to right field. Right fielder ranging in. And he makes the catch for the final out. So a good inning here for League City. After 2.5 in the books, 3-0, Las Vegas. So it's going to be Leo Lopez to lead it off here in the bottom half of the third inning for League City. Gamboa doing a terrific job. Pitch counts are down, and more importantly, his effectiveness is up. First pitch taken at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch, missing outside, even at 1-1. So both pitchers doing a good job. Obviously, Haslam starting to get into his rhythm, as we've seen with Gamboa now in the last couple of innings. One ball, one strike. Little chopper. It's going to be a tough play by the catcher. One-handed, gets him at first. So again, very effective play on the defense here for Las Vegas, and there's one out. Very quick pop-up time here by the catcher. You could see that quick release to gun him at first. Brandon Allen going to step to the plate. First pitch going to be a little bit high by Gamboa, and it's now 1-0. But American Legion, as we talked about, does so many things in the community. Hot shot's going to be a base hit, so it's a one-out single here for League City. So it's going to be Jonathan McKay, the center fielder, always a tough out. And then it's Joe Villarreal. But a lot of money every year is donated by American Legion to help the community, from single parents to the homeless. Obviously doing a good job of helping veterans get their transition back in, and of course, really emphasizing sportsmanship and citizenship. So the veterans who have already served us and protected us continue to serve us here in America. Little cat and mouse going on at first. Opportunity here for Jonathan McKay to get something going. Tough batter, of course. Got caught stealing the last time that he was on base. 0-1 pitch, fouled away down the left field line. Count goes to 0-2. It'll be interesting to see as Jimmy Gamboa continues on in this ball game, where his confidence level is. It's looking fairly good right now. But a lot of times they will come in aggressive with 2 strikes and try to get him out quickly with either a fastball or try to nibble the corner with some kind of a slider or curveball. Get to business early instead of teasing him. 0-2 pitch, outside missing. Count goes to 1-2. So at this level, obviously, you will see a lot of very efficient play by the infield. Good arms from the outfield, playing shots off the wall. Swung on and missed, strikes him out. Really, it looked like that pitch was tailing away, kind of a natural tail, almost like a screwball. I won't say it was that dramatic, but had a little bit of a tail and caught him. So there's 2 down. Next pitch is hit. Center fielder coming up about 5 steps, makes the catch for the final out. So after 3 in the books, 3-0, Las Vegas on top. Top half of the fourth inning is going to be Courtney Smith to lead it off here for Las Vegas, followed by Jordan DeMarcy, and then it's going to be the top of the order in Jason Sharman. First pitch taken for strike, and it's 0-1. Missing outside, even at 1-1, Mike Ray, Wally Weld, and Warren Ray bringing it to you. Denver, Colorado, Region 8 Tournament Baseball. Fouled away, count quickly goes to 1-2. But really, the story tonight is Jimmy Gamboa, who is doing a terrific job of mixing speeds and really kind of a natural tailing fastball. Fouled away, count still remains at 1-2. But you can see getting stronger and stronger is Garrick Haslam. Had a nice inning in the last inning, going 1-2-3. Waved at, strikeout, and you can see effectiveness starting to settle in here. So plenty of time here for League City to get into this. Down by 3 runs. It's a team that puts up a lot of runs as well. And they could literally get it all in one inning or do the job of actually just scratching their way back in 1 run at a time. So we know that there is really a cool little raffle. We'll talk more about that in a minute going on. Missing outside, count goes to 2-0. DeMarcy set. That's hit. Left fielder coming in will make the catch for the second out. Lights starting to settle in here in Denver. Temperature starting to drop a little bit, but very, very pleasant. It's funny to listen, and when we talk to some of the parents who are coming from 100+ degree weather coming to Denver and sitting in 70-degree weather at night, really enjoying their time here. A little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. So Jason Sharman looking at ball 2. Of course, a very good outfielder, and his brother, of course, that we saw last night, Josh Sharman, doing a masterful job on the mound. Most likely we'll try to save him for a potential visit to the finals on Sunday. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Good to have you along here, Region 8 Tournament Baseball from Denver. Catching the outside corner on the nibble, basically 2-1. Popped up, that's going to be behind us, and the count goes full at 3-2. So if Garrick Haslam can continue to do what he's doing here, which is getting 1, 2, 3 innings, or at least get some ground balls, thought he had it there. So it's going to be Parker Schmidt, the catcher, stepping to the plate. But really the key is to keep the lid on the scoring here for Las Vegas and really trying to slow down the momentum that we saw earlier in the first couple of innings. We're now in the 4th inning, we're going 7. That's hit up the middle. This should drop for a base hit. It does. Runner this time holds. It's a short center field hit. So runner holds at second. Williams going to step to the plate. Again, another opportunity to out-rally. How many times have we seen in this tournament and in state tournament play on 2-out rallies making a big difference in the ball game, literally? Curveball knocked down. Count goes to 1-0. Looking for a force at third or second. Of course, they can go the long way to first. Williams looking to extend this. Has a lot of speed, the number 3 hitter. Looks at a ball inside. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Haslam delivers. A little bit low. Count goes to 3-0. Don't want to let him get away with this and load the bases. Too many good hitters waiting in the wings. Miklich, of course, the designated hitter and the cleanup hitter waiting. 4 balls and he walks them. So a little lack of concentration here. And really needing to get back into the zone here is League City. You're going to see the discussion here at the mound. But it won't take much to get the momentum back here for this team. 2 outs, bases are loaded. Miklich, of course, stepping to the plate, a lot of power, you can see. Looks more like a football player than a baseball player. Either a lineman or a linebacker stepping to the plate. First pitch inside. Count goes to 1-0. So we hope you're enjoying this wherever you're at in Las Vegas or across the nation, obviously in League City, Texas. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases are loaded. This is a critical out here for League City. At the knees, count goes to 2-1, great location. How important were those 3 errors earlier in the ball game? 2-1 pitch, going to be a high chopper foul. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind starting to whip up here, keeping the fans nice and cool. And it looks like it's blowing in from center field or left field. We'll see if that affects the flight of the ball, but really not that strong of a breeze. So Haslam walking a little bit of a tightrope act here in the 4th inning. Messine outside, count goes full to 3-2. Understandably, being careful here with Miklich. You don't want to give him anything too good, but you don't want to walk somebody in and add another run on the board. There goes the runners. Messine outside, and he walks him, and 1 run will score. 4-0, Las Vegas. We'll see if Oliver goes out and talks to his pitcher. Had a conference earlier. You could see him standing at the wings ready to come walking in, but decides to leave him in. Base hit could score 1 or 2 runs. So Roberts stepping to the plate. Haslam delivering on the outside corner, evens it up with the fastball at 1 ball and 1 strike. So plays at any bag, really. There's the hit up the middle. Should be an easy play. There's the throw, and they get out of the inning. But 1 run is in, and after 3.5 in the books, it's 4-0, Las Vegas. Bottom half of the fourth inning, good to have you along here from Denver. League City down by 4 runs. 6 hits so far in the ball game for Las Vegas. And Jimmy Gamboa doing a terrific job of keeping the lid on a very good hitting team from Texas. Missing outside, count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Mike Ray, Wally Weld, and Warren Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Regency Athletic Complex. Missing outside, count goes to 3-0. Very important here for League City to start getting something going on the board. Taking a strike, count goes to 3-1. Gamboa sets. Slap foul down the left field line. Count goes to 3-2. Really some surprises that we saw in the way that teams lost today. High chopper to the shortstop, 2 bouncer, going to come up firing. Gets him in time for the first out. What a pleasure it is to see a good fielding team, and makes it look very easily as we just saw here with Las Vegas. I mean, as soon as he had the ball in his glove, he was releasing. It was that smooth. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Gamboa hit to right field. Right fielder racing over and makes a catch just before the track. And there's 2 outs. So Drew Shaver trying to get something going here. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Good to have you along. Region 8 Tournament Baseball. But we were talking about earlier in the cast all about rhythm, and clearly Las Vegas is in that rhythm. You can see it in the pitching, you can see it in the fielding, and continually putting pressure on every time they get up to bat. 0-1 pitch on the way, missing outside. Count goes to 1-1. Already so far in the ball game, Haslam for League City has 97 pitches. He can go up to 105, and then he's done. Had a chance to talk with Paul Gremis in regards to the amount of pitches they are allowed and how much days rest. And it's very well calculated. Obviously, we want to save these arms for their future careers. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hit to right field. This should drop for a base hit, but a snab. Wow, what a huge play. That looked like it was going to drop for a base hit, and the rhythm continues here for Las Vegas, getting the final out on that stab. So after 4 in the books, 4-0, Las Vegas on top. So it's going to be Izzy Gutierrez to start it off here. We are in the 5th inning. Boy, it's going by quickly. Izzy Gutierrez, followed by Zach Czernowski, and then it's Colby Smith. So right now, sitting at 98 pitches, make that 99, is Garrick Haslam. And realistically, they can only go to 105, and then they have to pull them. 2 balls, no strikes. We are in the top half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along here from Denver. Haslam delivers a strike, and it's now 2-1. So we have a really fun raffle that is going on here. Really, you can own a piece of history. We're going to talk about that momentarily. Fouled away, count goes to 2-2. Of course, we will be here tomorrow. Semis, of course. Next pitch catches him looking for the strikeout, and there's one down. So Haslam, who has actually had a fairly good game pitching, he's made a few mistakes, of course, but those 3 errors, and I don't mean to keep rubbing the salt in the wound, but that has made a difference in this ball game. But some very good hitting by Las Vegas, taking advantage, and of course some good baseball IQ. Let's keep in mind some of those great plays in the infield, and of course a good performance so far here by Gamboa. We're going to try to get some information here on this fundraiser that's coming up, and I want to find out more. So we have, it looks like a change that is coming up here, and I wanted to get some information. Lynn Peterson is standing by. I'm just going to read this. I won't force you to talk, Mr. Peterson, unless you'd really like to. Oh, he's got this bat, and he's hanging it over my head, so I guess I'm going to be doing the talking, but you're welcome to talk if you'd like. Let me get a microphone here. We're going to talk with the president of Colorado American Legion, Lynn Peterson, of course, has been here for a number of years. I'm going to hand the microphone here to you. Lynn, you can stand wherever you like, but just don't stand on my head. I mean, I need a lot of help, but that's not going to help any, okay? You're on. You're actually on. Good job. Wow. I mean, we even have sound effects. I love it. So, Mr. Peterson, I call him Mr. Peterson. When you have a bat in his hand, he makes me a little nervous here, but we have a great fundraiser going on, a chance to win a piece of history in that bat that you're, putting over my head here. It's an original Coors Field inaugural season, 1995. Yeah, I just learned how to read. A baseball bat. What a great opportunity here for somebody to win that and some more prizes. What are they?
That's correct. Thank you, Mike. This is a great opportunity for not only a bat, which is number 514 out of 1995, inaugural year for Coors Field Rockies, plus we also have a 1990 World Series baseball, as well as 3 sets of Rockies tickets, first level seating along third base side.
Yeah, and there's some great games that you can win tickets to. In fact, the St. Louis Cardinals, yeah, and that's actually a Sandlot movie night, we found out.
Correct.
Then my team, of course, don't hold it against me, the Los Angeles Dodgers, of course, that's going to be in September. And then the Washington Nationals game. These are all first-level seats, third base side. Now, is it like $20 a ticket for this deal here, Mr. Peterson, or what's the deal?
The value of you mean?
No, just the actual cost of a ticket.
Oh, the cost of the ticket that comes with the raffle, so there's no charge there.
Yeah, it's only $1, right?
Right, $1, yeah.
So I say that jokingly, of course. I mean, with this big prize, I mean, you're getting a piece of history here, plus 3 sets. You heard it, 3 sets of Rockies tickets. Those alone are about, what, $47 a piece for the ticket?
I would say in that range, yes. So along third base side, you bet.
Yeah. So again, if you're watching, listening, I think you can still even buy some tickets if you give us a call. And of course, you can win all these great prizes and own a piece of history. So I just wanted to get that information out to the audience that's out there.
Great. Thank you, Mike, as well. Just for informational sake, the drawing will be tomorrow at the semifinal game, August 11th.
Very good.
So you do not need to be here to win, but you do need to purchase your tickets. Do so now.
Very good. That's Mr. Lynn Peterson. He is the president here of Colorado American Legion Baseball. Thank you so much, Lynn. I'll give that back to you and let you go sell some more tickets. So Las Vegas, we have a pitching change. We'll get you that name here momentarily on who is pitching now for League City. There's one out runner at first. 4 runs are in, as you already know. First pitch taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. We have a southpaw in the audience. Of course, for Arizona, a very good appearance that we saw by another southpaw in the last game. Missing inside, count goes to 1-1. So League City clearly not out of this game. They've got 3 hits in the ball game. Really plenty of time here. Next pitch hit to right field. Right fielder racing up. Makes the catch on his knees for the second out. Nice play. So how important is to get out of this inning with no damage? You look at the scoring here so far by Las Vegas. In the first inning, they put up a 1 spot. Second inning, a 2 spot. Third inning, nothing, but then in the fourth inning added another run. They're now sitting at 4 runs, 2-0 here for League City. Knocked down, but gets away from the catcher. The runner will advance to second. So Jordan DeMarcy, the right fielder, an opportunity here to add a few more on the board. Base hit with the speed on the pads. I know I sound like a broken record, but could add another run here for Las Vegas. So a little discussion, understandably, on the mound on how they're going to strategize against a very good team here. Don't want to allow any more runs to cross the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Low. Count goes to 2-0. What a great deal. Wow. I mean, you can win a 1995 baseball bat. That right there is worth a lot of money. Then a World Series baseball. And then, of course, 3 pairs of Rockies tickets. Missing inside, count goes to 3-0. Always tough to come in when you're facing a buzzsaw team. That's what I call Las Vegas, who's making good contact, really in a rhythm here. Inside corner, count goes to 3-1. So Garrick Haslam, very nice young man. I got a chance to talk to him a couple of times. Going as long as he could. Literally 105 pitches before they took him out. Hitting the outside corner, count goes to 3-2. 3-2 pitch, going to be outside, and he walks him. So Jason Sharman, top of the lineup here for Las Vegas. Tough out, as we have painted the picture. Who isn't here for Las Vegas? Inside, missing, count goes to 1-0. Lefty against lefty, Schmidt on deck. Really enjoyed some of the conversations, hearing some of the parents' stories. A little bit high, count goes to 2 balls and no strikes, having trouble getting into the zone here. Understandably, you're going to be careful when you come in. You don't want to give up some big hits. We've seen some gappers, of course, going up against the 375 mark and down the lines, especially down the line, very tough because of the way that this ballpark is built. All turf ballpark. So, of course, the hops and everything is a lot faster, and you've got to react a lot quicker. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Hitting the outside corner, count goes to 3-1. Sharman, of course, one of the brothers, of course, with Josh Sharman. Getting a good look here in the tournament. 4 balls, and he walks them. So again, another opportunity with bases loaded. You think about if they get a base hit here, And quickly going out is Oliver to talk to his pitcher after a quick relief job. And literally kind of falling down on the pitcher's mound. We're not sure if it was just due to the turf. Again, pitching on turf really can be a chore also. It's different than when you're pitching on the dirt, and it looks like we're going to see a change again. So we're going to take a short break. We'll get you the name of the new pitcher. You're watching Region 8 Tournament Baseball from Denver. So it's going to be Parker Schmidt to face the new pitcher, Tyler Fountain, here from League City. 2 outs. Ronnie Oliver seen enough and really wants to put the lid on quickly. There's 1 run so far in the inning. Do not want to add any more damage. Next pitch taken for a strike. So Tyler Fountain coming in and really having to walk a tightrope here. Play at any bag. Next pitch going to be low and in the turf. Count evens at 1-1. So really the loser of this game will end their tournament, and the winner, of course, moves on. We've got 2 games tomorrow scheduled. It's going to be a high chopper, going to be a tough play. They'll get him at second, try to get the tag. And you can see really kind of the football play, but a nice play here by League City, by Joe Villarreal to get the final out. But 1 run is in. And after 4.5 in the books, 4-0, Las Vegas. Bottom half of the fifth inning. Good to have you along from Denver. It's Region 8 Tournament Baseball, night baseball. I know we did a version of Baseball Night Colorado here during the regular season, so we'll just kind of add that little Baseball Night Colorado thing going here. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, Wally Wild, and Warren Ray bringing it to you. 4-0. It is Las Vegas breezing right now, as is Jimmy Gamboa. 1-1 pitch, of course, hitting the outside corner. Same location, same result. Count goes to 1-2. So League City really having to walk that tightrope in the last inning. And some fancy pitching hitting the spots, and there's one down here by Gamboa. Alec Lamar needing to get something going here. Of course, plenty of time. 4 runs is not insurmountable, but when you have a team that's doing so well both on the mound as well as executing in the field, it does make it a challenge, and you've got to change things up, obviously. Sometimes just even bunting your way on, trying to catch the third baseman off guard, looking bunt. And you could see playing way back was Williams, so that could have been a potential opportunity. Count goes to 2-0. Now moving up, understandably, swung on and missed for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Clearly could almost go first base line too. That's hit to right center. This should drop. It does. So it's a lead, actually a 1-out single here by League City. Good start. So Leo Lopez looking to extend this inning. Try to get some energy in the bats here. Get the juices flowing. Get the spirit back up here. But so far, Jimmy Gamboa has been the iron, literally, and doing a good job of holding these good League City batters down. 6 hits, 4 runs here for Las Vegas. 4 hits and no runs for League City. Gamboa hit to the hole. Let's see if they get the force at second. They do. There's the turn, but not in time. But a great play to just get to the ball and then still get on his knees to get the force at second, and there's 2 outs. That's where it makes it tough when you're hitting balls in the hole and you see a great play like that to get the lead runner, and that tells you a lot of where Las Vegas is at as far as being in the zone here this evening. 2 outs. We've seen outside. Count goes to 1-0. Leo Lopez trying to get something rolling here. 1 runner on. Actually, check that. It's Brandon Allen. Lopez standing on first. That's hit. It's a slow roller to the second baseman. Goes to first and gets the final out. So some very effective pitching and fielding once again, and after 5 in the books, 4-0, Las Vegas. So Adrian Williams going to lead it off here in the top half of the 6th inning. This game is going by rapidly. Some good pitching performances. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's now 0-1. So Tyler Fountain had to come in late in the last inning to get that final out. Of course, bases were loaded, and a very important out. And, of course, not allowing any runs in that inning, so very important. We're in the 6th inning. Fountain delivered, strike 2, inside corner. So really a couple of at-bats left here for League City to try to get in this one, down by 4. Fountain delivers, going to be a chopper down the third base line. It's going to be trouble, and it's going to be a base hit. I mean, that couldn't have been placed any better than if it were a planned bunt. And if you can see the speed of Williams, he'll take it. Big smile on his face. So Miklich, the cleanup hitter, stepping to the plate. Infield going to play up, going to try to get that double play quickly. Fountain delivers. Roundhouse curve. Really like that little side armor. Count goes to 0-1. Again, I do not know the ages of these players, but clearly Fountain looks like he still might be in high school. Painting the corner on the outside. Count goes to 0-2, working quickly. Don't need to stress the obvious of getting quick outs here. Getting a handle and getting the rhythm back here, pitching-wise. That's hit to center field. Actually, it's going to be the left fielder. You can see the wind swirling, and he makes the catch for the first out. So initially, you could see the left fielder looking and then waved like, I don't see it, and the center fielder ended up taking the catch. So Aaron Roberts, the first baseman, with 1 out, runner on first. Williams standing there. Looked like the perfect bunt, really, or the perfect nightmare if you're League City. Count goes to 1 ball and no strike. Wally Weld, Warren Ray, and I'm Mike Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along here from the Regency Athletic Complex here in Denver. Beautiful nights, good baseball weather. Knocked down nicely by the catcher. Nice backhand. You could see really almost looked like a shortstop there backhanding it. Came up ready to fire it if Williams had made the attempt. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Williams on first. 4-0 Las Vegas. Dropping a curveball in for a strike. Good location at the knees. 2-1. Again, thank you so much. We've heard some nice comments about what we're bringing to you in Las Vegas. Thank you so much. That is really appreciated. 2-1 pitch. There's a throw to second. Will it be in time? Nope. Again, not able to get it there on the straight throw, bouncing it in, and a good jump by Williams, and he's standing safely at second. 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Izzy Gutierrez standing on deck. 7 hits in the ball game here for Las Vegas. The beat goes on. Getting a fairly good lead at second. Knocked down again nicely. Almost looked like a goalie knocking down the puck. And that was important because if that had gotten away, that would have allowed the runner to advance to third, and then potentially a fly ball could score another run. So Izzy Gutierrez taking a look at this. Runners at first and second. Fountain getting challenged here in the 6th inning. Fastball that's fouled away down the right field line. So Gutierrez, of course, I would imagine is one of those players that you can work up and down the lineup, meaning he's a good contact hitter. So depending upon the time of the year and who is hot and who is not, I would imagine at times Izzy is in that 1 through 4 lineup. Good hitter. Looking at a curveball in the inside corner. Count quickly goes to 0-2. Really like what I'm seeing here in Tyler Fountain. He is challenging the batters, and more importantly is the way that he's doing it. Not only is he going fastball, but he's going motor that curveball and going inside. Hit to right field. This may drop, but a nice catch for the second out. On the line drive hung a little bit. Initially it looked like it might go for a base hit. But Fountain doing a good job, gets the line out and is 2 outs. So 2 more at-bats here for League City when they come up in the bottom half of the 6th. They being the home team. Hit to right field. That will be a base hit. They're going to wave him in. Here comes the throw. Going to be close. And he's safe. Just not able to get the tag down. A nice throw from right field, and you could see the sweep. And just missing. So another run scores here for Las Vegas. It's 5-0. You can see the discussion here with Fountain thought that they had gotten the tag. So just going opposite field, good hitting here by Las Vegas. And another run scored so far in the ball game. Las Vegas scoring in the first inning 1 run, second inning 2 runs, then in the 4th inning 1 run, and now 1 run here in the 6th inning. Fountain hit down the right field line. That's going to be fair. 1 run will score. They're going to send another runner from third. 2 runs will score, and it's a double. So Las Vegas looking to open this one up here in the 6th inning. Beautiful hitting here by Las Vegas, just going opposite field. And literally that was right over the first base. And of course went into the corner. And that's really kind of the coffin corner here. If you look at this ball field down the left field line and the right field line, makes it very tough. So it's a double here for Las Vegas. It's now on the scoreboard 7-0. 9 hits in the ball game here for the Aces. 0-1 pitch. That's hit, and to the second baseman on the line out, and the final out of relief, basically. How do you spell relief? It's a line out. But 3 runs are in the inning, and more damage done here by Las Vegas. After 5.5 in the books, 7-0, Aces on top. Bottom half of the 6th inning, going to be Jonathan McKay to lead it off here for League City. Very important they get something rolling here. First pitch by Gamboa, and it's ball 1. Gamboa, fastball, trying to nip that corner, and it's fouled away. Count goes to 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2. Good to have you along here from Denver. Sorry, we were just checking our audio there. We really have to be careful, and I'll tell you the reason why. Anytime any kind of music that is copyrighted gets through and either YouTube or Facebook gets it, guess what? They shut us down. And so you see me cutting out quickly. Fly ball for the first outs. And of course, Gamboa continually being effective here. Coming into this inning, only 67 pitches. And we're in the 6th inning. That's really good pitching here by Las Vegas. 22 for Tyler Fountain in about an inning of work, inning and a half of work. So Gamboa doing a good job of making quick work so far of League City. High chopper going down the third base line. Williams going to throw. You see the arm, and he's safe. Feel like Hobo Kelly with the train going by. We get that going quite often here. But that's the public transportation system that sounds a lot like a train. But literally the people mover that they have here in Denver, kind of sounding like Disneyland, right? 1 out, 1 man on for League City. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Wally Weld bringing it to you. American Legion Region 8 Tournament Baseball. Gamboa delivers. Missing outside. Count goes to 1-1. You can see the prescription that we've seen in the games here today. Good pitching does beat good hitting, because League City is a good hitting team. And we heard a little bit about the earlier game at, would have been noon, I'm guessing, where good pitching was the difference there for California. Let's face it, they put up a 14 spot. Good hitting helps there as well. 3 balls, 1 strike. Garrett Poston trying to get it going. That's hit to center field. Center fielder going back about 10 steps makes the catch for the 2nd out. So League City getting their bats on the ball, just hitting it to people, and quickly there's 2 outs. Josh Blankenship. Blankenship, of course, can be a tough out. Boy, if he could hit a rocket here and send one out of here, that could make a huge difference. League City down by 7. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Fans got to be happy. It's been fun talking to some of the Las Vegas fans here. Thrilled to be here, and we heard some good reports about how they enjoyed Denver. Got a chance to talk to one of the fathers, and not only is his son playing in this tournament, but his daughter is playing in a tennis tournament in Boulder, and she said, I want to move here to Colorado. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Gamboa, it's going to be hit right back to Gamboa, reaches up, makes the easy toss for the final out. So 6 in the books, 7-0, Las Vegas. Top half of the 7th inning, pitching change here for League City. It's going to be Jonathan McKay going to step in from his center field position. Of course, he is the leadoff hitter, trying to put the lid on the scoring so far here, and it has been a lot of scoring here by Las Vegas, putting up a 3 spot in the last inning. First pitch by McKay going to be outside and high. Count goes to 1-0. Good to have you along. It is the Regency Athletic Complex you are seeing on your screen. And it's Region 8 Tournament Baseball. Good to have you along from Denver. Mike Ray, Wally Weld, and Warren Ray bringing it to you. Rad Sports. Pitch at the knees. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike with the fastball. So Vegas cruising right now. Next pitch in the turf. Okay, trying to really get dialed in here, having to come in a tough situation. Of course, the bases are cleared, but really in the zone right now is Las Vegas as far as hitting. Fouled away. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So tomorrow we will see 2 semis. First game will be at 3 o'clock and the second game at 7. We will go ahead and post the winners, of course, of that. We know that Arizona, of course, who won in the last game against Greeley Gojos, will be one of the teams. And Petaluma, California, who won earlier, and of course that was against Fort Collins, will also be in the ball games. So it's a leadoff walk here for Las Vegas. And it's going to be Parker Schmidt stepping to the plate. On deck is Williams and potentially Miklich, the designated hitter. Been a lot of fun being here at this tournament this year. Of course, a lot of fun things going on. As we mentioned earlier, an opportunity to win some history, if you will. Only a measly $1 to win a World Series ball and to win a Rockies 1995 Coors inaugural bat. And if you're in the area here, especially in Colorado, catching some Colorado Rockies baseball action, literally 3 games, only $1, no limit on tickets. If you want to find out more information on where you can buy it, just go to our Facebook, Colorado American Legion Baseball, and you'll see Scott Gibson's number there listed, and you can purchase some tickets. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out, runner at first on the leadoff walk. Parker Schmidt, of course, the catcher in the number 2 spot. And Williams, the number 3 spot in the lineup. Infield looking double play, of course, trying to get that leadoff runner. Missing outside, count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we've been very fortunate weather-wise, really just missing a lot of big storms last week, and it caused a lot of havoc in regards to the tournaments that were going around. In the qualifying tournaments, and we're talking not only for the Elite A tournament, which was in Fort Collins, but then the State A tournament here in Denver. I mean, all over, even on the east side of Colorado, with tornado warnings. So it really made it kind of a chore to get all these tournament games in. The commissioners really had to do a lot of juggling and good coordinating to get it done, but doing a good job here. And of course, the tournaments continued, and a lot of happy champions and a lot of happy parents. So with the 4 balls, it's another walk, 2 men on, nobody out. Williams stepping into the batter's box. Missing ball 1 here by Jonathan McKay. McKay, of course, was on the team last year. We saw him in some brief appearances, doing a good job in relief. 1 ball and no strikes, play at third. Catches the inside corner, evening it up at 1-1. Miklich on deck. A little bit low. Taken out of the turf, literally. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So McKay being careful, understandably. Williams is a dangerous hitter. Drops a curveball in for a strike. Count goes to 2-2. It will really be interesting to see how the semis look tomorrow. Really looking forward to that game as well. Or games, I should say. In the turf, knocked down nicely. We've seen some very good plays behind the plate, especially by League City tonight. Knocking balls down with Leo Lopez. 3-2 pitch, and he walks him, bases loaded. So McKay having trouble getting untracked and being consistent, of course, being careful. And you can understand why he's being careful and not really just letting her rip and just trying to throw strikes. But at times has had a pretty effective curveball, driving him at the knees, as we saw, on the inside corner. Really, that seems to have been his best pitch so far this evening in his brief appearance. 9 hits in the ball game, 7 runs here for Las Vegas, threatening. We're in the 7th inning. Bases are loaded and nobody is out. Play is at home. McKay now going from the windup. Delivers a strike on the inside corner, and it's now 1-0. Curveball. Missing. Thought he had it. Count goes to 1-1. Really trying to tease him on the inside corner. McKay working very quickly. They'll see if he went around. They call it safe, so the count goes to 2-1. So if you're McKay, you're feeling like, what do I got to do to get a strike here? 2-1 pitch, fastball, fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. So Miklich, you have to be careful with him. This guy can ride one out of here, and the last thing you want to do when you're down by 7 runs is give up any extra bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's hit, and that's going to go up the gap. We'll see if, yep, it's going to be a base hit, but 1 run will score. And it's now 8-0 Aces. Don't know what they had to eat coming into this one, but Las Vegas is clearly dialed in here this evening. Of course, Las Vegas defeated Henderson. Of course, Henderson last year was the team that went and not only won this Region 8 tournament, but then went on to win the World Series in Shelby. We heard that was quite an event in the State A tournament in Nevada. It was interesting to hear, of course, they all know each other and play against each other throughout the season. So there's going to be a change. We're going to take a short break. You're watching Region A Tournament Baseball here from Denver. So Aaron Roberts going to step to the plate and greet Brendan Allen coming in from his outfield position in relief. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Already it's an 8-0 ball game. First pitch taken for a strike, delivered by Allen, and it's 0-1. They can do a 10-run rule here, is our understanding. We heard that happened earlier to Fort Collins, swung on and missed for strike one. Count goes to 0-2. Allen coming in, working quickly, nice backhand and knocking it down once again. Is Lopez here for League City, getting a workout behind the plate here this evening. Swung on and missed, and he strikes him out. So a very good entrance here, and much needed out by Brendan Allen. Izzy Gutierrez would love to get a base hit here, and of course 1 or 2 runs could score, and then the pressure's really on. We're already in the 7th inning. It really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of getting out, and of course you got a big haul there to try to make up 8 runs. 10 hits in the ball game here for Las Vegas. Allen delivers, going to be low. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Special thanks to Wally Weld, who stepped in and running our board here this evening. Of course, we went commercial free. We just thought we'd try a different experience here for you tonight. Instead of running a bunch of commercials, we just left the pictures on. And then, of course, came in with the audio. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Big strikeout, which was needed by Allen. Outside corner, count goes to 3-1. You could hear the snap of the mitt. So the big story, of course, was Jimmy Gamboa, who was really lights out in this ball game. While he was in, only allowed about 3 hits, and of course still no runs on the board here by League City. Of course, with a lower pitch count, I believe he went out with 83 was the final. So potentially we could see him on Sunday if they make the finals. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Of course, play's going to be at home. They're going to try to do the double play. We saw that executed very well, which you don't see very often, going home to first, and that was earlier by Greeley Gojos. That's hit and whacked to center field, but that should be the final, or the out. Here comes the run. See if the throw is not in time, so another run scores, and there's 2 outs. Zachary Kanowski, if I'm saying it correctly, we'll work on that. Kranowski stepping to the plate. 9-0 Las Vegas. Runners at first and second. Of course, a run scoring on the fly ball to center field. Allen did a good job. You think about it, came in, got the strikeout, and of course got the fly out. But with bases loaded, really nothing you could do there. Doing his job. First pitch is missing outside. Count goes to 1-0. Same location, same result. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Metropolitan State University. What a gorgeous place to go to school. My own son goes here, really loves what he does. He's in the media department, and really so many different options for you to study at a very affordable prices here at Metropolitan State University. 3 balls, no strikes. There's 1 out. Actually, they've not recorded the second out, but there's 2 outs. Count goes to 3-1. Missing outside, and the bases are loaded once again. So really, you've seen when Allen has come in, he's done a good job. Really, that's the first time he's really missed, of course, being careful. But you can get the play at any of these bases. Allen set at the belt. Messine, and count goes to 1-0. Really don't want to walk another one here. You're down by 9. And really the pitching has been stellar even in relief here for Las Vegas. Very tough to try to score. Not only 9, ball gets away from Lopez, the run will score. Now it's 10-0. So being the home team, of course, League City will get their last at-bats, but we're in the 7th inning. Game time tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on Rad Sports. We look forward to bringing it to you once again wherever you're watching across the nation. And, of course, you can watch a rewind of this, no charge. I'll tell you where you can do it. There's several places. We're going to put this on the Colorado American Legion Baseball Facebook site. That's hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Las Vegas running away with this one. Really, we should call them the Road Runners instead of the Aces. Now, so far, 12 runs in the ball game on 11 hits. But you can watch a rewind of this on the Colorado American Legion Facebook site, Rad Sports Facebook site, our YouTube channel, and of course it will be on our website as well. Trying to get that elusive out. First pitch fouled away by Flyman, coming in and as a pinch hitter, of course, getting some action here. Giving some of the bench players a chance to get in and get some swings in. Next pitch taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, I thought it said 12 as well.
So it's amazing. Last night, of course, we interviewed Las Vegas, and it was a tremendous performance that we saw, putting up 8 runs in that game on 10 hits. And tonight, coming right back with 11 hits and 12 runs. So 20 runs in the last 2 games so far. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit down the right field line. That's going to be foul. Loud strike. Count still remains at 2-2. Allen set. That's hit deep down the left field line, but that is foul. You can hear the Aces crowd going, ooh, because that was hit with authority. And got around on that very quickly. Quick bat here for Flyman getting around on that fastball. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Missing outside, count goes full to 3-2. So the tournament is always fun, of course, talking to the players and seeing all the excitement of the opportunity of not only winning playoff games, but potentially winning this. That's ball 4. And we still have 1.5 more games, really, if you think about it. I actually say 1.5 more days of good baseball coming your way. If you're in the Denver area, of course, just come right here to off of Colfax is literally where this beautiful ball field is. Come on out, enjoy some baseball and some good food as well. or you can watch it right here on Rad Sports, whichever your preference. Jacob Walsh going to get his first at bat here for Las Vegas. First pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. Really good time to get some of the bench players in. You never know when they're going to be called on here in the next 2 days. Allen popped up. Third baseman in foul territory makes the basket catch for the final out, but a lot of damage in the top half of the seventh. 5 runs being put up. It's 12-0, Las Vegas. Going to be Drew Shaver to start it off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Jimmy Gamboa doing a terrific job going all the way. We got a special shout out going out here momentarily. High chopper. Gamboa is going to take it himself. There's the throw to first, and in plenty of time for the first out. So heading down the home stretch is Las Vegas, looking for a very big victory, potentially up by 12 runs. Special shout out going to Izzy Gutierrez and David Giotti, right? Did I say that correct? David Giotti. So we know that you wish you could be here, and we want to say hello to you here from Denver. Thanks for watching. So Gamboa, the beat goes on, mixing those pitches, getting strike one, swung on and missed. Plenty of pace on the ball. Quickly, it's 0-2 with 1 out. As I mentioned, the Aces really should change their mascot name to the Roadrunners. Would really have swung on and missed, and 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and out number 2. So Alec Lamar, first baseman, with 2 outs, down by 12 runs, stepping to the plates. Gamboa delivers. Fastball waved at for strike 1. It will be interesting to see the strategies, and with the amount of arms that are left going into the final 2 days. We saw earlier, of course, Haslam, of course, won 105 pitches. But this is where strategy really comes into play for the teams that are moving on. Next pitch whacked down the right field line for a base hit. So a 2-out single here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Region A Tournament Baseball, good to have you along. Mike Ray, of course, with Warren Ray and Wally Weld bringing it to you. 6 hits on the evening here for League City. You know, you think about it, on a normal night, 6 hits is actually a pretty good evening. But just not able to get some runs across. And really a great pitching performance we've seen here by Las Vegas. Fouled away, count goes to 0-1. So Leo Lopez, the catcher, trying to extend this inning, trying to keep a rally going, trying to get something on the board, down by 12. 0-1 pitch, fouled away, count goes to 0-2. Speed has not decreased. In fact, if anything, it looks like Gamboa's fastball looks even a little bit more lively here in the 7th inning. I do not have a speed gun, but clearly in the upper 80s, I'm guessing. Just missing. Thought he had strike 3. Trying to paint the black. Count goes to 1-2. Gamboa missing and catches him looking for strike 3. So the Aces go on to win 12-0 on 11 hits. For League City, it's 6 hits, no runs, and 3 errors. So a great effort all around, really more of that complete game that we saw here with Las Vegas. Nothing to be ashamed of. League City putting up a great performance here in Denver. So, of course, they will have the trip back to Texas. And, of course, we've really enjoyed visiting with the coaches and the players. We're going to try to get a post-interview. This will be the 2nd interview in a row, basically, for Las Vegas. So we're going to take a short break. We're just going to turn off the sound, and we'll see what we can do about getting a post-game interview.